Hello, I'm Paul LeBlanc. I'm president of Southern New Hampshire University. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this live stream event. We've been waiting for a long time to do a commencement ceremony. If you are one of our students watching today from any place in the world, know how proud we are of you. If you are a friend or a family member who helped that student get across the finish line, understand how important your role has been. We sometimes say it takes a village to raise a child. We think it takes a village to get a graduate across the finish line. Let the commencement ceremonies begin.
Graduates, you have your whole lives ahead of you. Every single day is an opportunity to follow up on the extraordinary education you've received through SNHU. Many of you have already lived through incredible sacrifices. Some of you will become writers, designers, and engineers. But no matter what path you take, be informed.
Congratulations. When you look back at the last year of your life, I want you to reflect on how hard you've worked. And I want you to know how proud we are of you.
Hello, graduates. I'm Dr. Jeff Zarnick, and on behalf of your incredible faculty, advising, and all the wonderful people here that supported you through your journey, congratulations from all of us. Yes, this is the first step. It's not the last, is it? This is when the real work begins. You've accumulated a great deal of knowledge. You've stayed up late at night, working hard, developing those skills of grit, perseverance, and communication, critical thinking, and compassion. So once again, congratulations and best wishes to all of you.
Oh my goodness, look at that! Master's degree! I did it! I got it today.
I have a lot of respect and admiration for the coming graduates, and that's just a great job. We all know how much time it takes to do the discussion board post and all the readings. A great job on hard work, and hopefully you'll find success.
Congratulations, you made it, and keep going. It doesn't stop. Take that same fire and intensity to push you towards your next journey, your next career, and don't ever stop believing in yourself.
As you start to graduate, you start to come to the end of your degree, just think about the good work that you're going to do with it. Be humble. Don't forget where you've come from. Don't forget what it was like when you were just starting out. Don't be afraid to reach back and help somebody else. Leverage the different resources that they need to be successful. If you've accomplished something this great, you're in a position to help somebody else.
To keep pushing towards your dreams. Sometimes we think that no one sees us as we're working hard, but you never know who's watching you from the shadows, and you're inspiring them. So as we continue to push towards our goals, we're helping others without even knowing it.
I keep looking at it and I'm nervous, I'm excited, because I know I worked really hard for it and it's finally here. It's right here. I did it. Bachelor of Arts, Graphic Design and Media, Jesus G. Suarez. I did it. once I opened it, it was real. And I walked through the finish line. I got it. It's a fabulous feeling to have.
Hi everyone, this is Paul LeBlanc, president of the university, and I just want to offer my hearty congratulations to all of our graduates. It's been an extraordinary year. It's not the year you or we banked on. I think it's a testimony to your grit and resilience that you are graduating now, and this year was challenging for you and for everybody concerned, but it will be in some ways the year that you remember best. And it's easy to say, yeah, because it was such a terrible year. But in fact, it will be the year you remember best because it was a year in which you overcame so much and you achieved so much. So on behalf of the whole SNHU community, know that we couldn't be more proud. We couldn't be happier for you. and we welcome you into the SNHU alumni family.
Good afternoon and welcome. I am Dr. Danny Tangway, and I have the pleasure of introducing our first group of graduates today. With the faculty and graduates of the Southern New Hampshire University's College for America programs, please stand if you are able. President LeBlanc, I am pleased to introduce the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's College for America program. Our graduates have acquired the knowledge, skills, professional dispositions, and competencies they need to succeed in their careers. These graduates will enter a more complex, dynamic, interconnected, and demanding environment than the graduates before them. Through their studies at SNHU and their real-world experiences, they are prepared to succeed in the highly challenging environments that await them. These graduates transition from being yesterday's students to being today's professionals and tomorrow's leaders. Additionally, please allow me to thank the faculty, associate deans, advisors, and staff who contributed to the success of these learners. Your work will have lifelong positive impact on the lives of these graduates. Congratulations to the newest graduates of SNHU's College for America programs. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Priscilla Hobbs. Would the faculty and graduates of SNHU's education program please rise if you're able? President LeBlanc, I am pleased to introduce the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's Global Campus Education programs. Our education graduates will enter the pre-K through 12th grade and higher education learning environments prepared with academic degrees, expertise, and experiences in an array of disciplines. Our education graduates have acquired the knowledge, skills, abilities, and dispositions to address the academic and social-emotional needs of the 21st century student by creating and implementing positive change within the curriculum, instructional programs, and overall educational community. Please allow me to thank the many faculty, associate deans, staff, and most importantly, advisors who have contributed to our graduates' successful completion of this phase in their academic journey. The impact of your work will be a fundamental component of our graduates' continued success and influence for years to come. Congratulations to the newest graduates of SNHU's education programs. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Ruth Lottie. Would the faculty and graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's liberal arts programs please rise if you are able? President LeBlanc, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, and administration, friends and families, it is my honor to present the students who represent the graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's liberal arts programs. The Liberal Arts Department at Southern New Hampshire University's global campus embraces both passion and practicality within our many diverse undergraduate and graduate programs. Regardless of discipline area, a liberal arts education challenges students to expand their minds while encouraging empathy and self-reflection. It promotes objective examination of new ideas and thoughts and helps incite creativity in the development of critical problem-solving skills. Liberal arts students sharpen their communication skills for different audiences in a variety of contexts and formats. They learn to question assumptions and search for truth. Emboldened by their liberal arts education, our students have a meaningful impact on their local and global communities, actively imagining and working to bring about a better future. Let me take a moment to thank the many faculty, deans, advisors, and staff who have contributed to the success of these learners. Your work will have lifelong impact on the lives of these graduates. Thank you. To the students graduating with a program from the liberal arts areas, we thank you and we congratulate each and every one of you on your successes. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Hello, I'm Dr. Michelle Hill. With the faculty and graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's Social Sciences programs, please rise if you are able. President LeBlanc, I'm pleased to introduce the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's Social Sciences programs. The mission of SNHU's Social Sciences Department is to enhance learners' academic experiences within an asynchronous environment and apply evidence and competency-driven knowledge towards self, cultural, and societal improvement. We pride ourselves on providing our learners with a transformative educational experience, never giving up on those who are putting forth the effort to achieve their academic goals. The social sciences are more important than ever during these challenging and uncertain times. Knowledge of human behavior and practical skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, emotional intelligence, research, communication, and ethical reasoning will help you, our graduates, to be change agents in your communities. To our many faculty, associate deans, advisors, and staff, thank you for all that you have done to contribute to our social sciences graduate success. Your work will have lifelong positive impact on the lives of these graduates. Congratulations to you all, the newest graduates of SNHU's social sciences programs. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is David Newmy. With the faculty and graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's STEM programs, please rise if you are able. President LeBlanc, I am pleased to introduce to you the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math or STEM programs. Through their studies and their real-world experiences, they are prepared to succeed in the highly challenging environments that await them. They will invent things, research things, analyze things, develop things, build things, and secure things. Their ability to communicate their ideas and solutions will be welcome in a complex world. Please allow me to thank the many faculty, associate deans, advisors, and staff who have contributed to the success of these learners. Your work will have a lifelong positive impact in the lives of these graduates. Congratulations to the newest graduates of SNHU STEM programs. Woo-hoo! Please be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Jennifer Batchelor, Senior Vice President of SNHU. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of the families, friends, faculty, staff, and of course our graduates who are with us here today or watching via live stream. We are very excited to finally be able to celebrate our first fall commencement. I would like to now ask everyone, if you are able, to please rise for the singing of our national anthem, sung this afternoon by one of our graduates, Vida Ampofo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the rampart we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Wow. Well, that's perfect because, and I don't want you to know, we've done 4 graduations this weekend already, 1 on Friday, 2 yesterday, 1 earlier today. We don't advertise this, and I'd ask you not to spread the word, but we save all of the smartest and best looking students for the last graduation. You know that's called pandering, right? No. I'm Paul LeBlanc. I'm the president of the university. If you own a television, you probably have figured that out, but the bling also gives it away. And it's just, we have waited so long to be back in this arena with our graduates. It's been a long couple of years, almost 2 years. And the graduation ceremonies earlier were for folks who had promised they'd missed it in 2021. We said, no, we'll do it as soon as we think it's safe and we can bring people together. And of course, you're our first fall graduation, so this is a big deal. It speaks to the number of people. We'll ask you, and I want to thank you, because we are not yet out of the pandemic fully. If you just be mindful of your mask, we do have people who reminded us that they're going home to either children who aren't vaccinated or immunocompromised, people who might be getting treated for disease, so we're going to be mindful of that. But later on, I'll tell you all about coming up for your diploma and your photo, and we'll invite you to take the mask off for that if you like, if you feel comfortable doing so. As I said, it's amazing having you here. The 5th graduation, you might think, oh God, these guys are going to start petering out. It's always our best, and I don't even quite know why, but it depends a lot on the audience. Like, you got to bring your game. The morning graduation, those guys were hooting and hollering. The kids were yelling for their parents. They had the cowbell going when the graduates came through. I will say one of my favorites was on Friday night when there was a little girl sitting right here in the section, right near the front, and her father was in the front row, and I got to meet her beforehand. And when he came up, even though it's pretty loud in here and everyone's yelling for their graduates, this one voice above all the others was yelling, "Go, Daddy, go, Daddy, go, Daddy." So I always love the voice of children, even the ones who are crying a little bit or maybe a little bit unhappy. It's usually a signal that I'm talking too long. But I think it really speaks to who's sitting in the room. And we say all the usual things, of course, about our students, because we know you, right? We've worked with you for a long time. And in this room today, well, across the weekend, we had students from all 50 states, 71 countries. We have veterans. We have people who are deployed and who have leave to come here, who've been able to make their way to Manchester for the ceremony. We have lots of parents. We have grandparents. We have people who are taking care of family members who may be in real need. We have just after the last graduation, we had our first ever proposal. Graduation was done, happened right here. If you watch the news tonight, you might even see it if you watch the local news. The good news is she said yes. I don't know that he had a backup plan. Yesterday, we got to meet somebody, two people. He was a graduate and she's graduating soon, and they met. I know you guys don't love your discussion boards, at least some of you. We hear that feedback, but they met on one of their class discussion boards, started dating, fell in love, and got married. And look we don't even charge you guys extra if you, that's just part of the package deal if you go to SNHU. We met Tiara yesterday, who, in order for her to graduate, she had her baby and then 4 hours later hit the send button on her last assignment while still in the hospital. And she marched yesterday, and as she came out, grabbed her newborn. And we also know there's loss, right? This has been a couple of tough years, and we'll talk a little bit about that maybe later when we read the names of our posthumous graduates. But I met someone who lost a son. This has been a terrible year around mental health. We met someone who lost his wife in a car accident this year. When he came up, he had a picture of her taped to his cap, and I urged him to pause and actually spend a little bit more time, because I like to think Betty was smiling down on him, and he was sitting there with tears streaming and a smile on his face at the same time. It was incredibly moving. And as I said, I'd like to think that we know our students, but it's a day like today where we get to collect your stories. And your stories are amazing ones. I've told the story to others that we used to have a little campus in Brunswick, Maine, a kind of a satellite campus, and there was one sign on Route 29. How many people from Maine here? Got some maniacs? Oh, not many. Earlier, lots of maniacs. So if you haven't been to Maine, on 290, there was a sign that said Bowdoin College, one of our most selective, elite, small private colleges in America, and it said SNHU. And apparently the trustees at Bowdoin really didn't love that they had to be on a sign with us. And they actually went to the state and said, we want the sign to be separate. And at first I was like, well, who do they think they are? And then I thought, I actually agree with them. I think the sign should be separate. I mean, when their students are getting up and getting out of bed and walking across campus, our students have been up for hours, they've sent their kids to schools, they've packed lunches, they've gone to the base, they've gone at work, they've already made coffee, right? And when their students go to the dining hall and someone across, who's working for minimum wage says to them, would you like this, or would you like this, or would you like this for dinner? Our students are, hey mom, what are we having for dinner tonight? Hey dad, what are we having for dinner tonight? And they're taking care of the people, right? Our students have been protecting us, protecting our country. 18% of our student body are in the military, are veterans. It's a remarkable group. So Hal, you can take our name off the sign. We don't want you on the sign with us. You've probably seen the ad in which a commercial where it said, stand up if you're in the military, stand up if you're a single parent. You're the class that did this in the midst of a pandemic. For all these babies in the room, by the way, you found some time. I mean, I don't know what that was. But somewhere after hitting the button at 11:59 on that Sunday night assignment, right, you did all of this. And well, I allude to this ad, and it's been years since that particular commencement address. I'm going to, for you, say, stand up, all of you, because you should be proud. The class that through the pandemic, finished your degrees. You're amazing. You're amazing. We love you. On the platform party, we have representatives of our board of trustees, our academic leadership groups. You can sit. You'll have lots of time standing later. We have our representatives across the university. And the point I want to make, and I ask them to stand up for just a moment, our platform party, because getting you across the finish line, there are people you knew well, right? You came to know your advisors intimately well in many instances, and these are incredibly strong, important relationships. And the person who helped you with financial aid, perhaps, and the person who walked you through the admissions process, and perhaps that tutor, who helped you when you struggled with a course. But there are hundreds of people at SNHU who work every day for you. And the platform party, if you'll stand up and take a hand on behalf of your colleagues, the platform party represents the collective faculty and staff. Many of them today volunteering their time on a Sunday to be here because you can't keep them away. This is our favorite day of the year. The other people who have helped you get across the finish line, because none of us do this alone, are the people in the audience. And I don't know if you can find your family and friends and family members, but give them a big round of applause. They're incredible. I ask people all the time, it's my most common question when I'm meeting people here who are going to graduate, why did you do this hard thing? And there are lots of answers to that question. Oftentimes it starts, interestingly, with, I need to unlock an opportunity, I need a better job, I'm feeling kind of stuck. My boss tells me if I get this degree, like this becomes possible. I want to change my career. I'm not going back to that job that I've been working in for a long time. But if I don't say anything and just pause a little bit longer, there's an interesting set of answers that then comes forward. And those answers are really interesting. I promised my mom and dad that I would do this someday. I started and I got sidetracked, life got in the way. It's important to me to finish this thing. And the one that I love and I hear most often, I want my daughter to know their mom is a college graduate. I want them to know their dad is a college graduate. And I think while many of you may say, you do this and it's an individual honor and you will come up and you'll stand here alone, well, you stand with me, Jennifer, but you stand here and get your individual attention. You'll be up on the Jumbotron, you'll hear your name called, and it's a glorious moment. I want you to think about all the people who are standing with you in another sense, all the people for whom you did this for, all the people that helped you get here. It's an act of love for your family, for your community, and for all of those who love you back. And I can't imagine a better graduating class in America today. This graduating class, SNHU's graduating class of 2021. For each of our ceremonies, a student speaker is chosen through a selection process, and it's led by a university committee. They provide remarks. They speak for and of the class. They speak back to you. They are your colleagues. This is an SNHU first, because we will have a married couple giving the remarks together. I'm going to introduce Kathleen and Jason Greenwood, who are sitting here with me, to come up to the podium in a moment. I asked them beforehand, so you decided to get your degrees during the pandemic together because life wasn't tough enough? And we talked about one of the great sort of reaffirming aspects of this. Kind of found out how much they love each other, that they could spend those hours together, that they could work all day and then work on their courses. Please join me in welcoming Kathleen and Jason Greenwood to the podium, your student speakers.
Good afternoon, President LeBlanc, distinguished deans, board of trustees, staff, faculty, friends, family, and our fellow graduates.
My name is Kathy Greenwood.
And my name is Jason Greenwood.
And like all of you, we have a story.
My story is that after 30 years and a very successful IT career, I felt that I needed to plug the hole in my resume and finally get the degree I started but never finished long ago.
I am a high school dropout and self-taught business analyst, also with a successful career, but who was turned down for a job because I lacked a degree. I decided that if I needed a degree, I was going to get one in something I loved, anthropology. Individually, we all have our own stories, but as part of the diverse body of SNHU graduates this year,
Or last year, or the year before.
we all share a story, the story of the struggle to earn our college degree.
Kathy and I went through our journey together, spending long nights and longer weekends studying next to one another, working toward the goal of earning our degrees.
We worked from home together in the same office as well. We've definitely pressure tested our relationship.
All of us here have given up time with friends, with family, and invested it in our education. Benjamin Franklin once said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." And we kept focusing on that payoff, knowing that eventually we'd be sitting here today.
Regardless of color, age, gender, online or in person, that drive, that sacrifice, that goal is something we all share.
We share another story as well, a global story.
A story that unites us in ways that go beyond our diverse backgrounds and reasons for attending college. COVID-19.
No matter who you were or where you were, this was something that affected us all.
Some of us lost jobs, some of us lost loved ones. All of us lost what we thought of as normal.
Working from home, homeschooling our kids, wondering when we'd be able to see friends and family again, all of us were impacted. This was our shared story.
But though this story impacted us, it didn't define us. We kept studying, we kept striving, we kept our focus on our goals, and SNHU kept its focus on us.
While everything else was in flux, SNHU was there, as always. Advisors, professors, all the people and all the parts that make up the college experience never stopped.
And neither did you. You didn't let adversity stop you. You persevered. Jane Goodall said, "Every individual matters. Every individual has a role to play. Every individual makes a difference." Because of that perseverance, you're here in this auditorium going forth to make a difference.
Because of that perseverance, you're college graduates.
You kept your eye on filling in that gap in your resume.
Or finally getting that degree in something you love.
And you should be congratulated.
Thank you.
Thank you both. At each of our ceremonies, we choose someone who exemplifies our mission, to whom we award an honorary doctorate. They also serve as our commencement speaker. Though we wish he could be here in person today, this is very painful for me to make this introduction. I just have to explain. I grew up a Celtics fan, and I watched the Lakers torture us from time to time. And the guy who often was torture us was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, today's commencement speaker. And in fact, he deserves all of my respect and honor. Though he may have tortured the Celtics from time to time, he was an amazing player. He's the NBA's all-time leading scorer. He's a 4-time award-winning magazine columnist of the year, a 6-time NBA champion, and the league's only 6-time MVP. After 50 years as an athlete and an activist, he offers his perspectives as a nationally recognized speaker who regularly appears on the lecture circuit. Currently, he serves as the chairman of his Skyhook Foundation, whose mission is to, quote, give kids a shot that can't be blocked, unquote, by bringing them educational STEM opportunities into underserved communities through innovative outdoor environmental learning. A New York Times bestselling author, he has written 15 books, including 2 recent memoirs, Knowing Kareem for young readers, and Coach Wooden and Me, about his lifelong friendship with famed UCLA coach John Wooden. Before leaving office, President Barack Obama awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. It is my great pleasure to award him with the degree of Doctorate of Public Service. We sent Kareem his degree on the West Coast, and he shared some remarks with us by video. Please turn your attention to the screens.
Congratulations, graduates of Southern New Hampshire University. It is my pleasure to be able to share this joyful day with you and your families as we celebrate all your hard work and sacrifices. It's tradition at these kinds of pomp and circumstance ceremonies that school administrators bring out some older, distinguished person, like myself, to dispense sage advice about where you go from here. However, whenever I'm asked for advice, I remember one of my favorite scenes from the West Side Story, when Doc, who runs a small soda shop where the Jets street gang hangs out, offers the boys some unsolicited advice. He makes the classic mistake of saying what most oldsters say to young people. When I was your age, to which one of the Jets sneers, "You was never my age." He's right, of course. Every generation grows up with unique circumstances, with different pressures, different experiences, and different expectations. What I went through when I was your age is not directly comparable to what you're going through right now. Part of your education was during a worldwide pandemic. Climate change is an immediate threat. Insurrectionists invaded the Capitol building. Attempts were made to overturn a national election. Other generations haven't experienced anything like that. Yet, even though those events are unique to your generation, there are certain core values that we share across all generations. These values are codified in the U.S. Constitution, and it's up to every new generation to defend those values against attack. Unfortunately, the most dangerous attacks come from within our country, from those who are misinformed or just hostile to the ideals of democracy. The most important ideal that this country stands for is that every person, regardless of race, gender, ethnic origin, religion, or gender identity, deserves an equal opportunity to thrive. We may disagree with how to make this a reality for everyone, but we can't disagree that this is an existential goal of our country. Some people are content in agreeing this is our goal, but then are unwilling to do anything to help make this a reality. Others will avoid responsibility by claiming we've already achieved this goal. It's like hearing a knocking in your engine while driving and choosing to ignore it with the hopes it will go away. Well, that knocking you're hearing is all the voices of the people who share the core value that everyone should have the same opportunities. Yet they aren't getting those opportunities due to flaws in our systems. Last year, those voices were heard loud and clear during what the New York Times estimated was the largest protest movement in the history of the United States. Between 15 and 26 million people took to the streets to support Black Lives Matter. As a result, policing policies were changed. Personnel changes were made. Budgets were reallocated. Offensive statues were removed, and the country as a whole was much better informed about the life and death challenges facing people of color. Unfortunately, the country still has its share of wannabe Thanoses who would like to snap their fingers and make part of the population disappear, particularly the part that looks different, worships different, loves different. The way they are accomplishing this terrible feat of inhumanity is not through infinity stones, but through legislation. At least 19 states have enacted 33 laws to make voting harder, especially for the poor and people of color. Redistricting in Texas and other states has also deliberately disenfranchised many black voters. This relentless campaign to disempower and silence isn't just race-based. According to the Human Rights Campaign, 2021 has already become the worst year in recent history for LGBTQ, as an unprecedented number of states enact record-shattering anti-LGBTQ legislation. School children are having their curriculum rewritten to make sure they're less informed. Women are also facing the harshest anti-choice legislation in 60 years, as those finger snappers attempt to return women to a traditional father knows best time of knowing her place. When I was your age, that's right, I'm starting this part with those infamous words. The difference is that I'm not advising you to be like me. I'm pointing out how I, too, had to grapple with the major changes of becoming a meaningful member of society. When I was 20 years old and attending UCLA, I was invited by Jim Brown, a well-known activist, Hollywood actor, and NFL athlete, to to join a group of black athletes in what became known as the Cleveland Summit. We were tasked with deciding whether to support or condemn boxing heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali in his decision not to participate in the draft as a conscientious objector. I was the youngest member of the group. Some had been in the military and did not look sympathetically on draft dodgers. I felt overwhelmed by the responsibility. Who was I, a kid just out of my teenage years, deciding the fate of anything, let alone one of the most famous black men in the world? Wasn't that best left up to older, wiser people? But there I was, along with older, wiser people, listening to Ali talk about his faith, his unwillingness to kill, and his willingness to give up his title, lose millions of dollars, and face years of imprisonment. Even when the government guaranteed he wouldn't have to go to Vietnam, that he would only do exhibition boxing, he refused. He wouldn't allow himself to be used as a poster boy to recruit others to do what he wouldn't do. By the time we were done grilling Ali, we all agreed that he was not just sincere, but uncommonly courageous. It was then that I knew that being an American didn't just mean that I got to grab all of the benefits of the country while watching others get nothing. It meant taking an active role in guiding it, in helping steer it in the direction that the founders, even with their faults, intended us to go. It has been said that eternal vigilance is the price of democracy. If a garden is not constantly tended to, it will become overgrown with weeds that choke off the vegetables. Without our active vigilance, our country's ideals of a paradise of equality will devolve into nothing more than a tax haven for the rich and powerful. We will become the kind of country that we have fought a revolution to change. This is not a rallying call to take to the streets with banners and slogans. It is a rallying call to encourage you to become the best person you can be. That includes following your dreams of a rewarding career, loving family, close friends, outdoor barbecues, Patriots season tickets, and whatever else you choose to desire. But it also means actively defending the values that made your success possible so that everyone has the same opportunity to be successful. Someday, when you turn to your children and say, "When I was your age," and you know you will, they'll still roll their eyes, but they'll be rolling them in a world that is better than the one you inherited. And when those eyes stop rolling, they'll be looking at you with pride and admiration because you helped make it a better, fairer, more equal place than it has ever been before. Thank you, and enjoy the journey.
I've never clapped for Kareem before. It actually felt good. Each year we recognize outstanding faculty members with our Excellence in Teaching Awards. These awards are especially meaningful as they're all student nominated. Our 2020 and 2021 recipients were sent their award plaques at home when announced, but we'd like to acknowledge them here again today. The 2020 Excellence in Teaching Award recipients were Dr. Audrey Rogers, Rebecca Libby, Karina Hayward, Joseph Whitworth. And our 2021 Excellence in Teaching Award recipients were Dr. Jennifer McInnes, Greg McHale, Dr. Eric Jett, and Lisa Staley. Importantly, we also received thousands of nominations from you all to recognize an outstanding advisor and the significant impact they have on your success. Each year, one deserving faculty advisor, one deserving professional advisor, and 2 academic advisors are awarded an Excellence in Advising Award. Once again, the recipients have received their awards, but I think it's important because they didn't have the benefit of being in a room like this to recognize them today. The 2020 Excellence in Advising Award recipients were Nina Fink, Micheline West, Megan Lucier, Jeffrey Hanlon, Joshua DeMule, Andrew Porgazelski. And the 2021 Excellence in Advising Award recipients were Colleen Bolton, Professor Andrea Bard, Ashley Barker, Zachary DeJesus, and Haley Mount, and Dana Hark. Congratulations to all of them. They are part of that critical team that gets you across the finish line. Every year when we do graduation, there might be 1 or 2 posthumous graduates. These are people who are very, very close to finishing, and they were taken from us too early, and we were able to get to award a degree, and it's really very meaningful to their families. This year was a little bit, when I saw the list, it took me back because the list is long. But these are people who work so hard as you did. They're no less loved. And while they can't be here, we think it's important to pause for a moment and recognize them as I read out their names. They'll be on the screen. Ryan Martin, Patrick Fuller, Justin Lowry, Jeffrey J. Mitchell, Kimberly Berry, David Jensen, Brianna Knight, Nancy Massey, Zachary Overy, Caitlin Villasenor, Vanessa Diaz, Anthony DeJohnson, Christine Hebert, Sonia Logan, Christopher Pollard, Michelle Renaud, Jacob Dickerson, Dustin Arthur Kelleher, Alexander Moore, Leslie Mae Weber, and Howard Towell. Let's take a second, a moment of silence to really celebrate their lives, but to also think about all the people who aren't with you here today, but who are with you in your hearts and minds as you sit and celebrate your incredible achievement. Thank you. Who wants to get a diploma? Because I think we're at that stage. So we're going to give you just a little bit of housekeeping notes. The other four classes, frankly, struggle. The other four groups struggle with following these instructions. As I said, you're the best group. Yeah, I know you'll get this right. We're going to start at the back. You guys in the front can get comfortable. It's going to be a little bit, but we go pretty well. So we start at the back and we work our way up. Line marshals will invite you out of your row and you'll come up. When you get up here, there'll be lots of people guiding you, making sure you look great for the photo. You'll hand your name card to a reader. It's at that point where an amazing number of people tend to freeze up. And what happens is they wait for their name, to hear their name before they come up. But if you do that, by the time you get to your photo, it'll be someone else's name. And everyone will be like, wait a second, that isn't my father, my mother. So when you hand in your name card, keep on walking. It means that the timing will be perfect if we get this right. I promise you, I will not let you get off stage too soon. I'll wait till I hear your name if you get there quickly. You're going to come up, we'll hold your diploma. I'm told this is really hard for me to do, but no handshake, so we'll have a picture of us holding your diploma. If you feel comfortable, you can take your mask off. There's software that helps identify your face and gets it into your account, your photo loaded very quickly. So only if you're comfortable, feel free to take off your mask as you come up. And then you'll go down the middle. Surprising number of people have tried to go out in other ways. I don't know what they've seen when they're watching the other 800 people in front of them. I said this group, you'll just go, there'll be people to guide you. And then strangely, the most strange thing is the number of people who want to leave without their diploma. We have lots of them. We don't have to share. So when I hand it to you, you can take it back with you. You've earned it. It's well earned. It's be yours. And my first official act will be to invite Dr. Jennifer Batchelor up here because we have a little bit of legalese we need to take care of before we come down below and start the diploma ceremony. There's language I apparently need to read to satisfy the State Court of Vermont. I didn't do it my first year. There are a whole bunch of people who think they graduated from SNHU. Don't tell them, but apparently they haven't. But we're going to make sure that you're legal. So Jennifer, come on up and let's do this piece.
Will the graduates please rise? President LeBlanc, the candidates standing before you have successfully completed the course of studies prescribed by the faculty of Southern New Hampshire University and have fulfilled all requirements for their chosen curricula.
Now the legalese. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Southern New Hampshire University and by the General Court of the State of New Hampshire, I hereby confer the degrees of International Master of Business Administration, Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science, Bachelor of Applied Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Science, Associate in Arts, and Associate in Science, with all rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, you are now legal, and please be seated, and we'll begin the ceremony. We'll start with our first two students closest to me. We'll do degrees for Kathleen Greenwood and Jason Greenwood. Jason, you want to go first?
Alexia Da Silva.
Tiana Garibaldi.
Letitia Yvonne Kennard.
Alexandra E. Portillo.
Lakpa Sanjay Sherpa, cum laude.
Josephine E. Duyon.
Jennifer Barthelmy.
Lisa Lee Scott, magna cum laude.
Lisa Jean Bowman, summa cum laude.
Carrie Ann Skeen Patterson.
Zaquan Harris.
Celine Manisha Ramsing, summa cum laude. Kendra Cater, cum laude.
Arnold Nakafu Aleanu, summa cum laude.
Tefik Pelumbi.
Catherine Bonds.
Denise Chase, summa cum laude.
Rochelle E. Henry. Wyatt Allen Davidson. Olivia Louise Clark.
Ogogo Joyce Idumi, magna cum laude.
Tainil Hyacinth. Andre Victorian.
Gift Ruby Botwo Nanwa Opoguare.
Jasmine Loretta Pina Bush Victorian.
Mercedes Wanal, summa cum laude.
Elaine Selig Corello.
Lydia Maweje, magna cum laude.
Michelle L. Kernodle.
Holly Lambert.
Ozais Kofi Yaboa Sasu.
Maxilian Nocha.
Paradise de la Huse.
Lucas Paul Ellison.
Laura Marie Montenegro.
Nicoletta Wright, cum laude.
Leah Joy Burbine.
Sasha Elena Lopez Watson.
Alyssa Alexandra Babineau.
Caitlin Hope Lakis, summa cum laude.
Brittany Glinsky, magna cum laude.
Inai Chavez.
Naya Houston, magna cum laude.
Annika M. Lance, summa cum laude.
Angelique Cersei.
Sarah Nima.
Charlene Chantel White.
Lauren Driscoll.
Corrine Celeste Sabando, summa cum laude.
Paul LeMay.
Pedro Ortiz, summa cum laude.
Judith Geary Price, summa cum laude.
Adriana Luis Arias Montaña, magna cum laude.
Zanaya Ward Brown, cum laude.
Paige Mormon.
Gia Marrow.
Nicole Earl, summa cum laude.
Francis Simon.
Portia Grady.
Shanique Aponte.
Precious Miriam Babalola Lafleur.
Michael Maweje.
Patricia O'Donnell Austin.
Kelly Elizabeth Cosby.
Francisco Aiden Ibarra, cum laude.
Patricia Ann Donaldson, summa cum laude.
Edmund Guan Raflores, magna cum laude.
Kervin James Jenkins.
Jessica Frazier, summa cum laude.
Voila, J.M. Gazal, summa cum laude.
Catherine Collins.
Jeffrey DeWitt, summa cum laude.
Elizabeth English, magna cum laude.
Adam Gutman.
Andrea Beverly Lane, summa cum laude.
Christina Marie DeVincent, magna cum laude.
Carrie Ann Hall, summa cum laude.
Sierra Ellen Miller, summa cum laude.
Amanda Hanson, summa cum laude.
Jocelyn Velis.
Santosh Doak.
Naomi Chantal French.
Travis Cheney, summa cum laude.
Dion Nichelle Woolley, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Joyce Jenkins.
Christina Funera.
Abdul Kadir Gulipali.
Curtis N. Neal, magna cum laude.
Zelalam Teklu Chala.
Maria Elise S. Lopez.
Portia Kwan Sarai.
Wright Kankam.
Kyle Middlestat.
Venkatramana Munjeti.
Robert E. Lee Jr., magna cum laude.
Rodney Hill.
Danielle Alexis Parada.
Alexandria Lynn Elizabeth Dolan Silva.
Sarah Tolley.
Eric Anthony Aleman, summa cum laude.
Susan A. Lasky, summa cum laude.
Isifa Kainat, associates with highest honors.
Xavier Gonzalez, magna cum laude.
Sana Babar, magna cum laude.
Rochelle Villalona.
Terea L. Goolsby.
Rogelio Hernandez, magna cum laude.
Madison Garnick.
Rachel Ann Matson.
Nathan Cox.
Jean Dempsey, summa cum laude.
Sarah Beth Maruzik, summa cum laude.
Kelsey Fatima Kennedy.
Nicole M. Jones.
Brennan John Costa.
Sean Runyon, associates with high honors.
Michael Fall, cum laude.
Danielle Marie Savory.
Sarah Ann Ryan.
Shirley Carpenter, cum laude.
Tira Card.
Gianna Elise Gordon, magna cum laude.
William M. M., summa cum laude.
And Elisa Bouchard, associates with highest honors.
Jonathan Galvin, magna cum laude.
Nicole DeAngio.
Cherie Steele, highest honors.
Sky Lynn and Crilly, cum laude.
Baudelaire Seuss, magna cum laude.
Mariah Mathias.
Nellie Effiong Nyanga Samson Umana.
Cristal Marquez.
Paul Maurer, summa cum laude.
Monica Michelle Chavis.
Michael Raymond Morris Jr.
Melissa Palumbo.
Christina Lucas, magna cum laude.
Monet Khan, summa cum laude.
Gilberto Ortiz Cotto Jr., magna cum laude.
Allison Adair Cumming, magna cum laude.
Darius Termaine Binion.
Mary Estefany Cayirgos.
Martina R. Studevan, cum laude.
Kimberly Ercolini.
Carla Goodwin.
Brian M. Weber, cum laude.
Janardana Rao Anala.
Laura Gaudette, summa cum laude.
Farah Pierre.
Jay Offament Jr., summa cum laude.
Brianna Latrice Tinsley.
Paige Lynn Lambert.
Forte A. Wright, summa cum laude.
Daniel Shelton III, cum laude.
Peter Smitty, associates with highest honors.
Erica Hamo, summa cum laude.
Ryan Matthew Meadow.
Deja Brina Selena Howard.
Allison Schlumpf, associates with highest honors.
Megan Elizabeth Miller.
Tiara Leandra Vasquez.
Caitlin Goodwin.
Aubrey Ian Perrin. Harris Varnum.
Tracy Dion Adedokun.
Victor Mudiare. Abel Jose Villanueva, magna cum laude.
Mackenzie Gabriel.
Michelle Gail Widomski, summa cum laude.
Maura Lilibeth Colon, magna cum laude.
Jane Lancaster.
Sarah Milton, cum laude.
Nelson Nieva.
Yasmin Elizabeth Flores Venegas.
Justin Yanda.
Danae Wallace, magna cum laude.
Paul Jonathan Weiss.
Crystal Rose Post, summa cum laude.
Guillaume Mubiligi.
Elizabeth Ray Mace, summa cum laude.
Sean Duchemin, summa cum laude.
Ram Kaspal, summa cum laude.
Kristen M. Shaw, magna cum laude.
Kayla Haft.
Miles Christopher Dorney.
Stephanie Lynn Westover, summa cum laude.
Lauren A. Welch.
Siobhan Bryant.
Juliana Rose Pasto.
Lance Eric Adams, summa cum laude.
Michael Alexander Meyer, magna cum laude.
Diana Quinones.
Cesare Camille Carrera.
Dharmik Sarvaya.
Amanda Noelani Depew.
Alexis Marie Kincaid.
Travis Streets.
Cheryl White, cum laude.
Matthew W. Generous, cum laude.
Semaya Hurd.
Mehdi Hajij, cum laude.
Destiny Bowden. Veronica Joyce Alex.
Haley Thompson, summa cum laude.
Sarah Fullerton, summa cum laude.
Trista Cleary, summa cum laude.
Marilyn Leslie Jean.
Kelly Argunen, summa cum laude.
Carolyn Jameson.
Christina Weddle.
Amber N.M. Ford.
Allison Julia Roberta Carr, associates with highest honors.
Kaylee Castillo, summa cum laude.
Katie L. Briggs.
Philip Samuel DeRoche, summa cum laude.
Carolyn Elizabeth Particelli.
Aaliyah Lena Donadell.
Peter Robert Bacho.
Priscilla A. Robinson.
Irvin Stalls, associates with highest honors.
Sean James O'Laughlin, summa cum laude.
Diana Flores.
Christopher James Bokage, summa cum laude.
Easton Gaber.
Melissa Ann Gagney.
Yusa Barcombe.
Maurice Antonio Coleman Jr.
April LaFron Tarver Burns.
Darren Knightson, cum laude.
Johnny R. Rodriguez, magna cum laude.
Ashley Luel Sanchez.
John Friedman Jr., summa cum laude.
Teresa M.A. DeMarinis.
Demond B. Peppers, associates with high honors.
Karen O'Neill, magna cum laude.
Samir Hanna. Jameson P. Gagne.
Caitlin Bauslag.
Eric Richard Johnson, associates with highest honors.
Terrence DeAndrea Woodard, summa cum laude.
Colin Patrick Sullivan.
Miriam Prescott.
Billy V. Lambeth Jr., summa cum laude.
Daniel J. Wolcott.
Ikechukwu Okechukwu.
Omar C. Tala, summa cum laude.
Thomas William O'Hara Son, associates with highest honors.
Diana Bartelt, summa cum laude.
Jason Perez.
Janisha Priscilla Gale.
Celeste Mondragon, cum laude.
Luis Ortiz Rivera.
Tracy Parker, summa cum laude.
Ann Dunshee.
Chantel Carrero, magna cum laude.
Michelle Edith McCool. Nicole Flores. Alicia Kelleher, magna cum laude. Jason Weatherby. Natalie A. Medina.
Louis John Guma.
O'Neill Brown, summa cum laude.
Mila Suk Williams, summa cum laude.
Angelina de Andrade.
Walter Emil Augustine Jr., magna cum laude.
Brittany Ann Neville, cum laude.
Melissa Louise Campbell, summa cum laude.
Erica Nicole Granison.
Kelsey L. Schuler.
Raquel Reyna.
Victor Yamas.
Azalea Tower, summa cum laude.
Brittany Ellis, summa cum laude.
Lindsay Beth LaCourse.
Betsaida Sanchez, cum laude.
Amanda Ion, cum laude.
Rebecca Ann Kleiner Preston.
John M. Roy.
April Lamb, magna cum laude.
Thomas Gaffney, summa cum laude.
Tiffany Marie Palmer.
Levi Alexander Johnson.
Eric J. Nickerson, summa cum laude.
Megan Wiggins, magna cum laude.
Denise Zamora.
Dwayne D. Simpson.
Srijana Casey, summa cum laude.
Gracie Oramas, summa cum laude.
John Rogers, summa cum laude.
Marcia Monique Dow.
Cameron J. Ickes.
Kristen Ross, summa cum laude.
Jenna Nicole Lacasse.
Tracy Goring Hamilton.
Evelyn Knoll.
Montel Elise Armstead.
Donisha Terry, summa cum laude.
Jeffrey Cordero.
Ashley Page, Associates with Honors.
Kevin Pereira, magnum cum laude.
Byron Farrell, magna cum laude.
Adrian L. Monaster, summa cum laude.
Lashunda Shamil Jones, summa cum laude.
Cole Lamont.
Shelley Marie Schlenker.
Aaron Orsak, summa cum laude.
Eva Neymar Resto Estrada.
Michael James Watt, summa cum laude.
Krista Rhines.
Jeanette Vicente.
Benjamin Darwin, magna cum laude.
Christine Marie Poole.
Megan Elizabeth DiMarzio, cum laude.
Christina Paterno.
Amy L. Boshinsky, summa cum laude.
Shauna Michelle Houghton, summa cum laude.
Lindsay Walls Ott.
Glenn Evans.
Raquel A. Rocha.
Furat Mata Musa.
Chelsea Leach.
Derek Preston Gray, summa cum laude.
Adam Lemieux, cum laude.
Joshua Andrew Vinro, summa cum laude.
Alexander Ciccarelli, summa cum laude.
Amy Coppage, cum laude.
Andrea Anderson.
Madison Victoria Anderson.
Andrew Oberg.
Nicholas Arthur Dochik.
Christina Giancola Hobkirk.
Brenda L. Alatorre, magna cum laude.
Samantha Goldberg, summa cum laude. Matthew Moran.
Daniel Joel Santos, summa cum laude.
Simon I. Pearlswag.
Dominic Coughlin.
Christy Lyons, cum laude.
Anna Rose Prestopino, cum laude.
Kendra L. Crow, summa cum laude.
Serena McMaster, summa cum laude.
John W. Wade, cum laude.
Christopher Winninghoff.
Gianna Griffin.
Faith Simone Stewart.
Daniel Wilhelm, cum laude.
Maria Chandler.
Dylan Ramsdell, summa cum laude.
John D. Gustafson.
Heather Nicole Brooker, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Kate Van Scoutwick.
Timothy Pace.
Teresa Raleigh.
James E. Bullock, Jr.
Cheryl Ann Mustaine, summa cum laude.
Ray Crawford, summa cum laude.
Michael S. Bohannon.
Chloe Toomey Wentworth. Kelly Smith.
Antonina May Zuka.
Austin Paul Spain, magna cum laude.
Michelle Josephine Williamson, summa cum laude.
Joanna Rangarajan, summa cum laude.
Melissa Ann Batetas, cum laude.
Tabitha Scott.
Kevin M. Lee.
Jaquita Laquani Woods.
Quanasia Shambly, summa cum laude.
Essence Kilada Thomas.
Summer Ray Bickford.
Kaylin Charles, cum laude.
Elizabeth Sears.
Amber Noel Montgomery, summa cum laude.
Ryan Mahoney.
David Pritchett, summa cum laude.
Kyrie Siobhan Smith.
Courtney Lemire, summa cum laude.
Amy Hollinger.
Anna R. Gilmore, associates with high honors.
Shelby Marie Bourne.
Gayleen L. Ford.
Julia Ingold, magna cum laude.
Taylor M. Smith, magna cum laude.
Nutandra Curtin, summa cum laude.
Nora Ellen Yalekli.
Anthony Philip Capone, associates with highest honors.
Jill Huskins, magna cum laude.
James Arland Meddings Jr., associates with honors.
Alexis Lone Wolf, cum laude.
Melanie Jane Waddell, summa cum laude.
Christopher Todd Potts, summa cum laude.
Ryan Coldwell.
Remigius Okochukwu Uzoma.
Thomas James Alexander.
Keisha Janine Woodson.
Marco Dean Doherty, summa cum laude.
Raven C. Mello.
Andrew DeLaura.
Jason Schott, summa cum laude.
Jocelyn Sherelle Williams.
Roxana Yvonne Halo.
Carla Ruiz, summa cum laude.
Quayne O. Bartlett, Jr.
Samantha Camerata, summa cum laude.
Gabriella McMullen.
Shannon Phillips, summa cum laude. Chevelle Ohia, cum laude.
Alicia Nevitt, magna cum laude.
Carol Elizabeth Nettles.
Jessica Ann Frichtel.
Tisha Latia Johnson, summa cum laude.
Deborah Brunt. Lisa Michelle Patrick. Caitlin Rose Gropp, magna cum laude.
Brianna I.T. Kleintobe.
Dylan Wilson.
Lisa Tibbetts, cum laude.
Kimberly Marie Beckleheimer, summa cum laude.
Jennifer Thomas, summa cum laude.
Tamika Chanel Taylor.
Diana Borges Cruz.
Ashley Walters, summa cum laude.
Tia Maurice Deschelle Marchetti, summa cum laude.
James Berman.
Augusto A. Maldonado, summa cum laude.
Crystal Martin.
Tanya Annette Mosley, summa cum laude.
Dawn Nicole Terrio.
Cheryl Andrew.
Sebastian Curley, cum laude.
Patricia Schwindeman.
Kevin William Clark, summa cum laude.
Obianju Stella Oliver, highest honor, summa cum laude.
Joseph R. Dunn, summa cum laude.
Amanda Manning, cum laude.
Sheila Clemola, summa cum laude.
John E. Brislin.
Rhiannon Marie Tinker.
Carrie L. Cataldo, summa cum laude.
Tristan James Summers, summa cum laude.
Brett Kennedy, cum laude.
Christopher William Castle Belanger.
Christina L. Karen, associates with high honors.
William Bounds, summa cum laude.
Rachel Lee Liberatore, summa cum laude.
Ayana T. Howard.
Seamus O'Brien, summa cum laude.
Sage Tyler Lewis, magna cum laude.
Vanessa R. Rose, cum laude.
Rebecca Levesque.
Marie Starr Flynn.
Meredith Ray Parker, summa cum laude.
Mariah Irene Petrillo.
Jacqueline Black.
Jasmine Olson, summa cum laude.
Christine Dow.
Christina M. Bargill.
Jeremy Mark Vogt, summa cum laude.
Craig Smith.
Raymond Tolson II.
Kiera Jean Smith.
Akosua Robinson.
Alexander Marquez Guerra.
Anissa Candria Pline.
Narda Minjalu Schaefer.
Nazneen Salawala, summa cum laude.
Gabriela M. Camacho.
Christine Lynn Adams, cum laude.
Gina Newsom.
Rebecca Lynn Webster.
Ann S. Bedo, summa cum laude.
Donna Marie Santa Cruz.
Jessica Ovit.
Austin Brown, cum laude.
Gabriel Rodriguez Gomez.
Denise Richdale.
Devin Charles Darling, summa cum laude.
Christia Weiss, magna cum laude.
Christina Dickerhoof, cum laude.
Shannon Donovan.
Danielle Jenna Kelly.
Rose Renee Fitzgerald, cum laude.
Tori Rillema.
Stacy Schwager, summa cum laude.
Kelsey Lee Moran, magna cum laude.
Taria Borden Henderson.
Terry Lynn Corinne Swan.
Sean Malbranche Palmer, cum laude.
Erin Downey.
Mark McGowan, associates with highest honors.
Deborah A. Belamonte, cum laude.
Hector Buhanda, summa cum laude.
John Trithal, cum laude.
Chelsea Elizabeth Lindsay, cum laude.
Marie Virginia Coy.
Lexus Landis, summa cum laude.
Alejandro P. Ramirez.
Tiffany Evelyn Caldwell.
Chris Roman.
Heather Lynn Catano, summa cum laude.
Jasmine Mariah Andraliski.
Alberto Garcia.
Janet O'Day Richards, summa cum laude.
Gabriel Gabor.
Kimberly Stasio.
Joseph Michael Moisen, magna cum laude.
Shaquan M. Williams.
Victoria Cruz Hall.
Douglas Hoyer, cum laude.
Samuel R. Welch, summa cum laude.
Tamika Michelle Gates, cum laude.
Michelle Ann Moore, summa cum laude.
Michael George Souza.
Christopher Archambault, summa cum laude.
Tyler Williams Mutton.
Jan Louise Beck.
Christopher Jarvis, cum laude.
Andrew Beck.
Carrie Garrison, summa cum laude.
Ian Dean Treasure, summa cum laude.
Eric W. Matthijs, summa cum laude.
Sasha Kurz, summa cum laude.
Daniel P. Barajas Jr., summa cum laude.
Andrea Emerson Rodriguez.
Sean Bucket, summa cum laude.
Emily Toomey.
Lacey Grogan.
Malak Sophia Sarhiri.
Skylar Holt, summa cum laude.
Kayla Graves.
Lisa DeVay, summa cum laude.
Brianna Zemansky.
Mitchell Boucher, summa cum laude.
Sylvia Josephine Phipps, summa cum laude.
Ruth Kimball.
Robin Guyette, summa cum laude.
Kylie Villig.
Chelsea Knife, summa cum laude.
Shaida Sierra Barrington.
Madeline Robinson.
Brianna Rowland, magna cum laude.
Lori A. Streeter.
William Spofford.
William Wutke.
Irina Cordero, summa cum laude.
Miles Daniel Rosen.
Casey L. Dunnigan.
Dalen Lowry, summa cum laude.
Garrett Eugene Collins. With honors, bachelors with honors.
Maria Goodale.
Benjamin Stover.
Gina Marie von Gratzamy, summa cum laude.
Paula Teresa Trout, summa cum laude.
Anna Swartz.
Caitlin Nicole Stern.
Rebecca Lynn Meningay.
Casey Snyder, summa cum laude.
Jeremy Finnell, summa cum laude.
Faith Campbell Jones.
Jocelyn LeBoy, cum laude.
Stephen E. Mandris, summa cum laude.
Robin Stokes.
Amanda Keene, cum laude.
Chelsea Monet McCoy.
Michael Burton.
Michael Johnson, summa cum laude.
Kamina Canada.
Karen Stanley.
Macy Acker.
Sabrina K. Music.
Jacqueline Fleuris Losciuto, associates with highest honors.
Michael Schumeck.
Julie Ann Backus, summa cum laude.
Catherine Renee Elsey.
Robert Nemo, summa cum laude.
Christopher James Rainey, cum laude.
Badil Hervé Kibuka.
Janakwa Nuwan Ranatunga.
Ariana Renee Woodward.
Richmond Boateng, magna cum laude.
Stephanie Stewart, magna cum laude.
Allison L. Rennick, summa cum laude.
Jamin Darling, cum laude.
Aisha Gray, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Christine Lau.
Christopher Lynn Jones, cum laude.
Michelle Bedard.
Ivana Suzanek, summa cum laude.
Lakemba Wright, cum laude.
Melinda Vining, magna cum laude.
Leah Victoria Sepulveda.
Leon Anthony Richardson, Jr.
Elizabeth Frey.
Ricardo Martinez.
Lamisha Lynn Rogers.
Denise de Cordova Graham, Associates with highest honors.
Olivia Ojeda.
Bhavdeep Kaur Virk, cum laude.
Timothy R. Pouliot, magna cum laude.
Jessica J. Zoller, magna cum laude.
Suhan Plasencia.
Sarah Moulton, cum laude.
Autumn Perugini, cum laude.
Hannah Catherine Farley, summa cum laude.
Daniel Cavazos.
Ariel Vorick, cum laude.
Sarah Lesniak, summa cum laude.
Bryce Farmer.
Linda J. Vega, magna cum laude.
Abigail Joanne Rowland, summa cum laude.
Alicia Valjean Myers.
Nicole Marie Boucher, summa cum laude.
Miriam Gomez.
Christine Morrissey.
David Anthony San Miguel.
Lauren Rachel May Chadwick.
Carol Paige Lewis Stigall.
Ashley N. David.
Daniel Kelly Dew.
Luis Humberto Quintanilla, magna cum laude.
Roxy Danielle Gravely Carpenter, summa cum laude.
Deanna Silva.
Shauna Lee Hawaisen.
Dennis J. Silva Jr.
Kristen Angel Andres Gazman.
Dominic Xavier Trevino.
Tanisha M. Jermosin.
Morgan Bailey Aronson.
Nicholas Brown, cum laude.
Itiel Daniela De Leon.
Madusu Dambele.
Amy Jo Smith.
Jordan Elijah Pearson, summa cum laude.
Amisa Shabri Holt.
Mark Daniel Rodriguez, summa cum laude.
Anthony Lewis Couch Jr.
Brooke Mary Lee Nolan.
Cyprian Ochanda.
Kimberly Charlene Waldron, summa cum laude.
Stephanie Ledesma, magna cum laude.
Richard Casares.
Nakongo Nakongo.
Amy Matheson, summa cum laude.
Catrice A. Jordan, Associates with highest honors.
Vladimir Vasilyev, magna cum laude.
Nakivia Brown.
Jody Pandey.
Alicia Faye Dacus, summa cum laude.
Fatima Yanet Ramirez Velasquez.
April C. Jameson Barker.
David Schaub, summa cum laude.
Yashira Noemi Rosario Diaz.
Emily De Toro, summa cum laude.
Felicia Schenkelberg, magna cum laude.
Ian Jeffords, cum laude.
Travia R.R. Allen.
Asia Nicole Brito.
Aquila Byers.
Beth Richard, summa cum laude.
Taylor Dwyer.
Joseph L. Oliver.
Stephen Ray Amaker Jr.
Janine Peterson.
Jason Merwin Andrews, summa cum laude.
Jasmine Ahmad.
Dale Schoenfeld, summa cum laude.
Stacy A. Hines, magna cum laude.
Emily Elizabeth Robinson.
Kayla A. Rumrill.
Lakeisha Seymour Talford.
Nicole Kristen Mahoney.
Danielle Ray, summa cum laude.
Michaela Becker.
Megan Stanko, summa cum laude.
Amber Whitley.
Denise Sharon Yorkshire, magna cum laude.
Kasha Samsel, cum laude.
Alexia Etienne.
Devin Marie Hazeltine, magna cum laude.
Christina Serna Soto Ortiz.
Amber Lee Sipe.
Rachel A. Holdsworth.
Grace Elizabeth Rosger, summa cum laude.
Yolanda Renee Johnson Pascarella.
Tristan Amy, summa cum laude.
Christina Lowe.
Lisa Rosado Leyland, magna cum laude.
Kyle McEthran, summa cum laude.
Brittany Counts.
Allison McNeil.
Angelina Lewis.
William Ronan.
Jessica Knuppel.
Clifton Burns Jr., summa cum laude.
Tiffany Malcolm, cum laude.
Kelly Elizabeth Fitzmaurice.
Casey Poole, summa cum laude.
Jonah Vin Dow, cum laude.
Rachel Cardenas, summa cum laude.
Chelsea Huntington, summa cum laude.
Sabrina Fabo.
Sabrina Marie Rufo.
Kaylin Marie Berard, magna cum laude.
Ashley L. Pullen, summa cum laude. Jamie R. Reynolds, summa cum laude.
Ayana Reina Monet Gozier.
Kanji Costin.
Dawn Elizabeth Ellero Goss.
Valerie Titus.
Andrew Rodenheiser, summa cum laude.
Donna Kunzig, summa cum laude.
Lorene R. Craig, summa cum laude.
Tabitha Wagner.
Janira Dobson, summa cum laude.
Mary Craig Jones, magna cum laude.
L'Oreal Nicole Lee.
Joseph A. Hazelton, summa cum laude.
Cyril Matthew.
Lindsay K. Tatro.
Roberta Salvemini.
Emmanuel Santos, summa cum laude.
Danita Washington.
Tisha A. Freeman, magna cum laude.
Leanne E. Morrison, summa cum laude.
Shanika Jackson Harrison.
Ricardo David Nunez Soto.
Sharquel Teresa Maddox.
Kathy Reeves, summa cum laude.
George Kareem, magna cum laude.
Chelsea Keithman, summa cum laude.
James John Owens III, summa cum laude.
Brianna Alevado, summa cum laude.
Sarah Tomei Cantwell.
Jose F. Candia Madrid.
Stephanie DeCranes.
Farah Benevento, summa cum laude.
Jessica Lynn Francis Gaunt, summa cum laude.
Andrea Christine Broughton.
Rosaline Uma.
Alexandria Ray Russo, summa cum laude.
Kayla Obehi Oboki, cum laude.
Joseph Frank Bergen, summa cum laude.
Juan Esteban Albuja.
Kimberly Patricia Mastrobono, cum laude.
Chelsea Rayanna Collinsworth.
Saren Christina Morioni, summa cum laude.
Marissa C. Kuhn, cum laude.
Brianne M. Thomas.
Sheena Star Ehlers, cum laude.
Rosalind Damaris Pedroza.
Nancy Connolly Cumming, magna cum laude.
Tara Parker, summa cum laude.
Kevin Penrose.
Sydney Ann Wolfendale Roussel.
Jason Leroy Norris, magna cum laude.
Faith Cabral.
Elisa Ann Valenzuela, summa cum laude.
Angie Champion Holland, summa cum laude.
Caleb Thomas Sequel, summa cum laude.
David Norberto Santiago, cum laude.
Megan DiNacho.
Ashley Wizard.
Dehan Studemeyer.
Jessica Ellis.
Robert Gilbert Jr., summa cum laude.
Larissa LeMay Pyer.
Marcos Paulo Mota Campos.
Stephanie Turner.
Stacy Dietrich.
Daniel Patrick Butler.
Manuel Exebio, summa cum laude.
Bianca Sneed, summa cum laude.
Cynthia Gabriela Samuels.
Brandon Adair Golden, summa cum laude.
Justin Navarro, summa cum laude.
Mary Beth Conis, summa cum laude.
Donna Myers.
Nicholas D'Antuono, summa cum laude.
Samantha Bowman, cum laude.
Aaron Walker, magna cum laude.
Christy D. Johnson.
Ryan B. Healy.
Jenny Lynn Lombardi, summa cum laude.
Allison Jacks.
Matthew Allen Whitley.
Kiara Alina Fuentes, summa cum laude.
Usman Ghani.
Cassidy Ellen Sutton, summa cum laude.
Carolina Rose.
Corinne Tolliver.
Amanda Newton.
Jessica Irizarry, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Mott.
Austin Aguayo.
Christine Pfeiffer.
Audra Cantor.
Glenn Benoit, Associates with Highest Honors.
Seth Brian Damrow.
Donna Rojas, magna cum laude.
John Shumway, summa cum laude.
Margaret Torreson.
Vanessa Ann Miller.
Brandy Maria Bell.
Caitlin Marie Chisholm, summa cum laude.
Shelby Mackenzie Groover, summa cum laude.
Melinda Janet Ellis, Associates with Highest Honors.
Brandy M. Bermudez.
Dallas Alana Blackburn, magna cum laude.
Nicole Stanton.
Sherry Herrick, summa cum laude.
LaShawn Jeffries.
Christine Green, summa cum laude.
Montana May Elizabeth Lloyd, cum laude.
Ashley Lynn Northcutt, Associates with Highest Honors.
Marcella DeLuso Jensen, cum laude.
Tanisha Wilkins Amado.
Jamie Lynn Wadley, summa cum laude.
Stephen Galarakis.
Tracy Lee Simmons, summa cum laude.
Janelle Ann Michaels.
Laura Moore, magna cum laude.
Ashley Walker, summa cum laude.
Norma Washington, summa cum laude.
Alexa Lynn Wiskowski, summa cum laude.
Nathan Albert B. Lucero.
Dana Heisel Alonji, summa cum laude.
Dali N. Wongundombi, summa cum laude.
Vida Ampofo.
Maria M. De Castro, cum laude. Nitara Lal. Genevieve Abotzi, cum laude. Sequoia Spain. Raven Deligianis, magna cum laude. Terry Watts. Jennifer Vanderway. Alyssa Jennings, Associates with Highest Honors. Maureen Deborah Reed Polson, summa cum laude. Evelyn Hernandez Jimenez. Catherine Elise Schmidlin, summa cum laude. Taylor Luis Vavasor, summa cum laude. Manuel Herrera, magna cum laude. Dean C. Anthony. Kelsey K. Parkhurst. Juan A. Basigalupi. Caitlin Brianna Riley, summa cum laude. Stephanie Ann Weber. Connor Jacobson. Jennifer Remick, summa cum laude. Megan D. Carney, summa cum laude. Stacy June Torrell. Leslie Nefsker. Hillary DuPont, summa cum laude. Matthew Howland. Mason Soroy Cotton, summa cum laude. Raquel Darian Doughty, cum laude. Cynthia Rose Nicolosi. Brandon Joseph Longton, Associates with Honors. John Hostvet, summa cum laude. Michelle Berthiaume. Jennifer R. Zinka. Ramona Sanders. Jordan Brining Boward. Robert William Newman. Lexi Lynn Lacasse. Katharina Phoenix Bumbar. Jerry Lane Price. LaRon Perry Ellis. Summa cum laude. Nicole Lee Provost. Heather Ashley Pelton, magna cum laude. Ashley Karen Morgan, cum laude. Sherika Wyvette Williams. Camille Nicole Killip, summa cum laude. Sermone Autumn Flipping. Miriam Paulina Ortiz Cabrera. Carlton Thomas Fairley, Jr. Peter Eugene Fidrich.
We have a problem. Eve told me that I said Vermont, not New Hampshire. Did anybody hear Vermont? Because if you heard Vermont, we have to do that whole darn thing over again. All right, start from the back row. We're going back down. That thing looks like water bottle? Pure vodka. No, I'm teasing. What an amazing group. That was just an absolute delight. We loved that moment, and we loved all the support and love that we felt in the room. We're incredibly proud of all of you. Bringing us to a close will be JR, who's coming up to JR, if you join me at the podium on behalf of the Alumni Association, and then we'll have a big hoot and holler and congratulations for all of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I will add to the script that I am a proud alum from the class of 1982. So I say, congratulations to the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University. On behalf of the Alumni Board of Directors, I am honored to officially welcome you to the SNHU Alumni Association. Today, more than 170,000 SNHU alumni around the world congratulate you on your success and hope you will be an active part of our global SNHU community. At this time, if you are one of our learners who has earned an associate's or a bachelor's degree, I invite you to participate in the ceremonial tradition of moving your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. As you go forth today, always remember the university's motto, Summa Optimaque, in English, the greatest and the best. And indeed, you are. Congratulations again.
I want to thank the members of the New Hampshire Pipes and Drums for playing during our commencement exercise. And special thanks to our commencement speaker, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The recessional will begin with the call of our bagpipers, followed by the platform party, faculty, and then the graduates, beginning with the front row. Please wait for the row in front of you before exiting in the center aisle. Guests are asked to exit and meet their graduates outside. Thank you and congratulations.